Welcome to episode 10 of OnBullshit.
OnBullshit.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, if you celebrated it today, which you only did if you're in the United States.
Heck yes, we'll have more on that in a second. But first, this is the panda.
I am AP. We're switching it up today.
Do go on.
What? We had a discussion. I always start out the podcast because I'm faster than the panda, and I have a better imagination. And I'm more random.
Well, I agree with all of those things. But I think I come in with good content.
You tell yourself that.
You're a jerk. I don't know why I do this podcast with you.
Because I hold you with... I point a gun at your head and make you do it.
This is true.
I don't. That's not true.
What you didn't know about AB is that she's a crazy gun fanatic. Not
yeah,
really.
Don't you know I've got like this giant collection of guns and guns and bullets.
I still like to go up to people and I'm like, check out the gun show, and they'll always hold up my arms. And it looks pathetic, but I enjoy it.
It's like, you want to check out my guns? Bam! Sag.
Yes. I feel like it should just say like sad on there. Like I think of it everything in like the Donald Trump voice. Sad.
These aren't real guns. I can't do a Donald Trump voice.
It's hard. You have to be like part nasally, part idiot, and part... I don't know what the other element
Part
is.
Teletubby?
Part Teletubby. That's right.
That was kind of creepy. I wish I hadn't done that.
We're going to have a very good show for you guys. It's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. We're going to get good ratings.
We're going to have the very best show. You won't need other podcasts.
You don't need other podcasts. Our podcast is great.
We have a little bit of everything.
We do have a little bit of everything.
That's right.
What are we talking about today besides Mother's Day?
Well, I thought we'd go into a little bit of the history of Mother's Day, and then we can talk about James Comey.
Oh, God, yeah, okay. So we did a tiny little bit of research, like 5 minutes of research.
Yeah, very minuscule research.
And my research took me farther back than yours did, so I'll start with mine, and then we'll move on with yours.
You were more invested in this, sure.
I wasn't invested. I just wanted to know where it started.
I still think of you as an honorary mother on Mother's Day. Just because you always have to take care of your little niece and nephew and sister.
Yeah. I have a niece and nephew. Sometimes I have to ferry them around. So due to that, there are booster seats in my car. So, like, I am married. I don't live in this town where we record, but there's booster seats in my car, and I don't have kids.
And you have to lay down the law. You're the enforcer.
I do. I'm the mean babysitter, pretty much. I'm the mean auntie babysitter.
You're the jerk.
Pretty much.
The adult that says no. The one that every kid hates.
Yes, I'm the one that yells at them. I'm the one that makes them heal.
I'm sure you'll have a meaningful relationship down the line, but at first, yeah, it's gonna suck.
Dude. My nephew, I tell him, are you my buddy? He's like, yeah. So, he's my buddy.
See, they love you. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, yeah, like, he does answer, I love you. I don't know that I've heard him say it to anyone, but, like, sometimes it'll be just me and him, and I'll be like, Papa, I love you. And he'll go, I love you, too. So, I'm mean to him, but I mean lovingly.
It sucks when you get older and then you start having relationships and then you have to be scared to say I love you.
Yeah.
You can't be the first one. You always have to wait for your partner to say it.
I don't have that problem.
That's true. Being married has its perks.
Yep, I can just say whenever the fuck I want. If he doesn't say it, I'd bite him. I don't bite my husband.
I think you do, secretly.
We're not talking about my relationship right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That sounded very rude. I apologize. Anyway, back to Mother's Day.
Yes, Mother's Day.
Okay, so according to my research, they say that it started with the ritual to celebrate Rhea. She's considered the Greek mother of all the gods, which she's supposedly the daughter of Gaia. So I'm not going to go much farther into that because there was like a whole who her husband was, who her kids was, and all those things, and I don't think that's something we want to get into.
I don't remember any of my history or lessons about the Greek culture, so...
I will list, her kids, I guess, because most people are going to know who they are. Her kids are Demeter, Hera, Hestia, Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus. So she's their mom.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, I thought that was interesting. Anyway, let's move on.
Well, okay, so I was just going to say, the modern day Mother's Day, as we think of it...
In the United States...
was started by Miss Anna Jarvis, because she was basically... she set up a thing for her mother, and I'm trying to remember the city and state now.
Well...
Okay, well, okay, so it started as an anti-war movement, right?
It started with Julia Ward Howe. Because Julia Ward Howe was around 1870 and Anna Jarvis was 1907.
Okay,
so you have to start with Howe.
I'll say that Anna Jarvis is most often credited with founding Mother's Day in the U.S.
Yeah, with continuing it, because I think according to this, when Julia Ward Howe was sponsoring it, it continued, but I want to say after she died, it stopped for a while until Anna Jarvis.
And then she started the memorial for her mother in St. Andrew's Methodist, church. In Virginia, that's what it was. And then in 1914, Woodrow Wilson signed a proclamation designating Mother's Day as the second Sunday in May.
I thought that's weird, because in Mexico, Mother's Day is always May the 10th, no matter what day it is. So I thought that was interesting.
It is. To me, I still think, I don't know why I come back to this, but Canada, the fact that they celebrate Thanksgiving in October is ridiculous.
Well, I'm thinking it's because Thanksgiving means something to them than it does to us.
Oh, I'm sure, absolutely, but anytime another country celebrates something off from our
similar
schedule,
to us.
Yeah, it blows my mind. It feels
Canada
wrong.
Have Puritans?
You're asking a question that I know nothing about. I know nothing about Canada.
Okay,
besides,
me neither.
Besides that, they love maple syrup and that the people are nice.
Dude, I'd rather live in Canada than here. Did I say that out loud?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. This is Trump's America, y'all.
Shit, y'all, you're getting countrified, boy.
Oh boy, living in Oklahoma, you know it does those. Has effects.
It does. Usually our diction is good, but if we need to make a point and get someone to listen to you, you gotta do it with the Okie accent.
That's right. It adds a certain kind of credibility.
Yes, it does. You're going way farther south.
Yeah, I know. Well, now I sound like Colonel Sanders now. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, you do.
I do declare.
No.
This fried chicken is delicious.
Oh, the new Colonel Sanders is gravy.
I don't think I've seen the new Colonel Sanders, but...
He's, trying to be a rich, tan, sexified Colonel Sanders, but he's, the Botox Colonel Sanders.
Jesus.
The spray tan.
What the fuck?
It's disturbing.
How do you also I'm just thinking of when you said sexy Colonel Sanders, it's just how do you make someone like that sexy?
I don't know. They just I don't know how the heck they managed it, but they did. He's very how would you call it? It sounds everything he's saying, even though he's talking about food. However, they coached the actor to do it. It sounds like an innuendo. It's just the sultry voice.
You want to try my fried chicken?
Kind of. I might make you watch a commercial after we record.
I would just like to say just one thing on that though. If you ever watch the old Jimmy Dean sausage commercials, those will crack you the fuck up because
are they sexualized?
Oh god, yeah. Watching the guy talk about how he loves to put the juicy sausage in his mouth is just the greatest imagery ever.
Oh, yeah,
so,
we're watching this after we quit.
But real fast, to get back on track, we're going to talk about James Comey.
God.
Who got fired by Trump.
He got fired. for investigating Trump.
Well, yes, I mean, that's what we all think, right?
Yeah, that's
we
what
don't
people
officially
are assuming. Like, there's so many, like, contradicting things coming out of the White House. Like, the representative, I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but she was saying, at this point, the president was wearing another hat. I think she said Mr. Trump. Something. It was like,
talking about Kellyanne
are we
Conway?
talking about one? No, not Kellyanne Conway. It was like the spokesperson for the White House.
Oh, the deputy.
Yes,
yeah,
the lady with the
press
white
secretary.
hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one. She's like,
Huckabee's kid. Yeah.
Yeah, you. Why are you? Does he have multiple personalities? According to Trevor Noah, he does.
I was just gonna say, like, on a side note, that's great.
That was a great video. I love that video.
I think she is a much needed improvement from Sean Spicer for them. I don't know if
Is Sean Spicer gone?
I don't know if he's gonna be like fired or let go, but she's handling the communications for now. So who knows?
Well, she's already better than him, but not by much. Not by much.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird though. Like in Comey's situation, he didn't even know he was getting fired. It came out on TV before he learned about him being fired.
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, he learned about it by seeing it on the newscast that he was fired.
His people, I guess he was at some kind of he was at some location talking to recruits.
A debrief.
Well, I know he was talking to like new recruits to the FBI or people who could potentially become FBI people, and was talking about the organization and how good it is, as you would do as a head of a organization.
I just picture in my head someone like his assistant going like, Sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Quit talking. Sir, come here.
Sir, we need to see you. This is kind of important.
They just hustle him away.
And then I guess he watched the news release that he had supposedly been fired, and he literally thought it was a joke when he learned about this. He didn't think it was serious.
And then he got the letter from Trump.
And then I think it's even better because on top of all of that, the reason they gave him was basically your handling of Hillary's emails, or the email investigation, was just completely botched and
which is a thing that he was getting praised for during the campaign. And it's after the campaign, and now he's continuing to. It's not directly related investigation, but he was leading the investigation on the Trump-Russia allegations.
That's right.
So, like, it's making a lot of people speculate that, okay, if he's getting fired for investigating this, of course that means that Trump's got something to hide.
It's one of those things, like, the hardest thing with Trump is, like, we don't have any evidence that the administration colluded with any of the Russian officials to, to have the election results. But at the same time, like, there's just constantly smoke, and where there's smoke, there's definitely a fire.
Yeah, and the fact that he constantly lies. He's a compulsive liar.
Right.
And he's a child.
And I mean, every single member, it seems like, of his staff keeps having to either recuse themselves or gets put under investigation or
get fired, get released from their job.
It is the most insane and just, I think, unethical administration we've had to date.
And yet he's still the president.
And yet people still love him.
Why is there, when there's so many issues, like, there weren't even this many issues when Obama was first president.
Right.
Like, the only big thing that people were crying wolf about was his birth certificate. But that's not nearly as big a thing as you're hiding your taxes. You may or may not have, taken money or collaborated with the Russians to get this presidency.
Right.
Did you see the reaction of the Russian, ambassador when they learned that Comey got fired?
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
When he was like, oh, this happened? What?
Really? It's like, what else are we supposed to think?
And then the fact that, Trump didn't let any of the U.S. news casts even into their meeting, but, the Russian media got to be there and take photos and
release the photos, and I didn't know they were gonna really release these photos. They're the media.
It's so bizarre.
It is a circus. It's a shitty circus, this entire administration. Also, we're out of time. We have
That's
4
true.
seconds.
Do you have any closing thoughts on that?
We need to come back to this at some point.
Okay, yeah, we will come back to this, people, but food for thought.
This has been OnBullshit.
Episode 10.